Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan. We are on the last block of Hometown Charms, and it is a wonderfully fun way to wrap up talking about our hometowns. And what I wanted to do was talk about the charities and the fundraisers that you and your community support, because I think that's an important part of how the community comes together, whether you're your physical community or your online quilting community like we are. So my block, here is the little write-up. And whoops, well, there it is as a table runner. And here's the block. Here's our charity fundraiser block. When I first joined the Quilt Guild, the first thing I did was join the charity group, the group that made charity quilts. I think it's such a strong and important part of quilt making. So here is mine. Ta-da! I wanted a lot of pink. I think I nailed it. So let's go on the other side of the table and look at fabric. Fabric picking for the very last block of a sampler. The pressure. No, not really. Not really that much pressure, because you're down to like very few choices. So it almost picks itself. Almost. Okay. Let's see what we got here for the charity project block. All right, I've got this medium, so it's light, medium, and dark. Although you could play around in here. You don't have to do the same fabrics. Just keep them, medium, dark, and light. You could do different fabrics in the middle than around. We'll see what I end up with. Okay, so I know I want the pink tulips. So I want that in here. Want a lot of pink in this block. So I am going to use this as the pink tulips, and probably here. Probably these as well. So, and I might fussy cut these so maybe that they're really dark, like use a lot of dark part of a tulip, like the actual, just the tulip head. So then the corners, I could go a couple ways. I could go with a this light, which is in the opposite corner across the quilt. It's used in the back, in the center of that block, which would be kind of nice. So they'll be just opposite each other. I could go with this rose print. See that one? That's kind of the tone on tone. That's a really nice one. I have enough of it. It is used on the sailboat block, which is right above this one, but I don't think that's a problem. And then I thought, well, I didn't use this one at all. It's got the taupe, and I think it's a little dull. So back to that, it just sort of brings dullness down to the block, and I'd like it to be fresher and brighter. So I'm thinking I will go with this one. Okay, so that leaves the star points. We'll do that next. And if I want pink, I looked, and I can do all the star points with this pink, but I then cannot do the middle unless I piece the fabric. And I just will use a different fabric in the middle. These three don't have, this one's a tiny bit darker, but these two read kind of the same intensity. So they're very medium. They kind of read the same, so they could be interchanged. I like this pink. So now let me just make a test so you could see. So there would be a star point like this. Let me just move those out of the way. So that would be a star point right here. And then on the inside, I could use the darker pink. That might be nice. So do star points on the inside, the darker pink. I have plenty of this because I have it for the border, the tulips. I have plenty of the tulips. So I will do this corner here as well in the light pink. And then I'll go with here. Now I did look around at maybe in the middle, I could do teal. So I could do teal, and I have two options of those because I only have to have one square. So I could do the very tonal. I could do this floral, which I use a couple places. I use that 2 places. I use this one, I think, 1 place already. So that's also an option. I think what I'm going to do is the star points and this, and then decide on the middle, because once I have all the star points, I can lay my options out here and get a better feel. Let's look at the thought process for the middle here and see what those fabrics might look like. We can audition so much easier now that the points are all done. So I have the teal. That was what I was thinking, to just give it another color. So I'm going to just fold the teal so that it is mocked up, and the teal points come towards the middle. Okay, all right, so it would be something like this, and I'll just put the other teal on the other side. Where's a pin here? If I put another teal on the other side, it will give us a feel. They're way oversized. That folding is way oversized, but I don't want to cut anything. So it would be like this, like a bow in the middle of teal with pink on these sides, and then this cream runs right through, so that if you're doing alternating blocks, this is going to make a design, an alternating design. So I do like those. So which one do I like better? I think I like this one. I think I will go with this one because there is a lot of pattern in the other fabrics. So I'll take this teal and make the two half square triangles, which then the points come together and make a little teal bow in the middle. So let's go ahead and put the block in place. Ta-da! Okay. That is awesome. That gives that pink down from here, brings more pink tulips in, and I will have pink tulips in the border. There'll be an inner border. We'll talk about inner border and outer border and put those on. I'll have mine on for next week. Yes. Okay, so when you share your block, we have more things. Oh, by the way, we have more things. But when you share your Hometown Charms, your charity block, I would love for you to also share the story of any kind of charities you have going on or that you've participated in, whether it could be your quilt groups, it could be something else that goes on that you've done with your community. I would love to hear about it. You can promote an ongoing thing, like where my support quilt went to the group in Texas who is constantly raising funds for mammograms and breast cancer awareness. So yeah, those are the kind of things. So what else do we have? Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend. Today is my day on the book tour, Fast and Fun Lap Quilts from Melissa Corey. So let me hang the quilt up and we'll talk about that. Here is my version of the puzzle box quilt from Melissa's book. All the quilts are started or have a base of either a layer cake or 10-inch squares. And so what I want to do is show you all the wonderful quilts in here. There are so many gorgeous quilts to make with 10-inch squares. You could either be doing that from your stash or from something you purchased. But here is mine done with Adel in winter. And I had hoped for some snow. I didn't get any snow, but I did get, drum roll, here's a picture. I did get the Christmas tree pop-up for in my subdivision down by the plaza. So I was able to go take some pictures over by the Christmas trees. That was so fun. Okay, let's go take a look at the book. I want to show you all the great quilts in Melissa's book. She is also with my same publisher, Martingale. These are the most fun, these quilts. I don't know how you can have more fun with 10-inch squares, but you can't. Here we go. We're going to look at them. So, show me a nice little note. Then you got a little, where's it got? Table contents, of course, and then a little preview of all the quilts. So I love, Melissa's also a long armor, and so this one is called 3 in a Row. And here you can really see her quilting on several of them. There's some really good close-ups. You can see her quilting. And then the full quilt is, there we go. I think that would be super with like a darker background even, or some sort of maybe, even with these colors, like a mint, a really pale green background. Wouldn't that be pretty? Yes, you can do all kinds of different things. This next one is the Keystone Corner. And I think it's one of my favorites in here. Let me show you the full quilt. So this is sew and flip in the middle to create a circle. So they actually look like you've got applique circles. No, you don't. It looks just like it though. So cool. Such a great layout. And here's one called Diamond Dash. So there's 2 blocks alternating, and that gives a really fun effect on this quilt. And this one here, I'll show you the full quilt then, but here it is on the bed. It is really mind-blowing because it's how you do the fabric colors for the blocks that gives you this amazing look, like you've got multiple kind of blocks going on, and you really don't. And that chain effect then is really pretty too. So that just for this. The next one here is a Dutch days. I have some of my family has Dutch background, so I like anything that's kind of got that Dutch feel to it. So there's the windmills. Okay. This one is called, what is this? Merry-go-round. So there's a lot of great place to show your quilting off in here. And once again, let me show you the whole thing, because you could definitely be doing this quilt with the background that is like a solid, you could do a pattern background, and you could do these chains in the solids. That would be really cool too. So there's just lots of ways to think about these quilts. And then the cover quilt, which is called Jack's. Looks like Jack's. And then the one that I did, the puzzle box. Let me show you her puzzle box in here. Yeah, there you go. This is a really fun one. I like the look of it. It's kind of unexpected. And then the last one is called Treasured. And this is another one where you play around with the fabrics in the block, and they just look very different depending on what you do. Isn't this great? One of you can win a copy. So I have on my website today a giveaway going on, so you can go over and enter. You go to the end of my comments section, you'll see everybody's comments, go all the way to the end, and there'll be a box that you type in. If you're having trouble typing into it, change over to a different device, like get off your phone, because I often have problems, and use a web browser to enter. And you can get one of these books. If you're outside the US, it'll be a digital copy from our publisher, Martin Gale. But wait, there's more. I have a second giveaway today. Something totally different. So my friend Sandy Lee of Lecker Lee, the cookies. She is a small batch cookie manufacturer. She has a passion for these German cookies. They are called Leberkuchen, and well, as best as my German can do. And they are a gingerbread cookie, a soft, more like a cake cookie. So let me pull one out that is, so here's what they look like. And they have a wafer on the back that's edible. Some of them are chocolate covered, and these are the small ones. And then the big ones come in the big tin, and the tins are all different. Every year, and she has multiple styles of tins. So here is a Christmas tin. Look at that. You can go on the website and see them too. But isn't that darling? She has a company that designs all of the tins. And what's going to happen is when you're entering at that giveaway, 3 of you are going to win a tin of these cookies, of Sandy's cookies. The Leckerlees, and that's a play on her last name of Lee, Sandy Lee. So here's this one. This one's New York City. Oh, look how cute that is. I just love the tins and the big cookies. Oops, there's the big cookies. Okay, so we need smell-o-vision. Smell, can you smell them? Oh, they're so good. They are so good. Oh, they're soft, so they're a little bit thicker, and they really are yummy. They do freeze, so you can pick out. The 3 winners can pick out the tin that you want. Sometimes there might be a tin sold out, because they are small batch. They only do so much. They only manufacture like twice a year, and then it sells out. So you want to get in on that. But what you do is, again, leave your comment the same place you're leaving for the book, and you might be one of those people who gets a tin. Okay, I also want to do a little mail call. Before I get to the new things, a few people asked where Georgia got the beeswax, and so I put that link below. It is Two Feathers, Gourds, and Honey is the name of the company, and I put the link below, so you can get that. Okay, so this card is from Kathy in Idaho. Look how pretty that is. Look at the sun, gorgeous. And she sent me a yummy Starbucks. Aw, thank you. And a very fun layer cake. Oh, this is so nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at the cute, well, you can see them on here, all the cute campers, and there's a word text, there's a word print in there. Ah, This is going to be a fun one to have. All right, so I have also here from Roseanne in Utah. Roseanne in Utah. And Roseanne has been following me, she says, since 2015. So thank you, thank you. Look at the card. Isn't that gorgeous? Red, red, everything red, the red bow. And she sent me some yummy truffles to try. These ones are sea salt toffee. Oh, I'm gonna have to let my dad and his wife try it too, because they love sea salt toffees. And she sent me some, oh, what is this? Oh, some great horse panels. Look at this. My goodness, you just never know what's out there, do you? Look at that. They look amazing. Looks like North Dakota in the winter, which is where they live. That's my great niece and my niece and her family. Okay, I have one from Virginia in Virginia. She lives here in Virginia with me in Virginia, and she wrote me a super nice note. Look at the beautiful card. And then she sent along a couple of these cute little patterns, these little postcard patterns. So darling. That one's like little purses. Oh, and see, I've got one from Kate in Virginia as well, another Virginian. And this is a pop-up. There's the front. I have to show you the pop-up. Ta-da! Look how gorgeous that is. These pop-ups are beautiful. And she also sent me a yummy Starbucks so that I can go and indulge a little bit. Okay, I don't want to forget any. Okay, got two more, just two more. This one is from Joyce in Michigan. She has that beautiful embossed cards. Gorgeous. And she sent me salvage that's got sewing. She said maybe I can use it for part of the label. I thought that's a great idea since it's got sewing stuff. She sews, she knows. Whoops, can you see that on the edge? Yeah, cute, cute, cute. And look at this. The ghost who was a quilt. Oh my goodness. Thank you for thinking of that, Joyce. This, I was so surprised. Yeah, so nice. Thank you. Mwah. Okay. One last one from our ambassador, Bobby. Yes, Bobby, I'm going to show this. I'm going to show it. She sent me a beautiful card. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous rose. And look at this bag. So cute. She made the bag with my birdsong fabric. So that's my birdsong fabric. And this is a clam up. The clam up bag from By Annie. And I'll link you below. It is awesome. So when you open it, there's also some little goodies in here. She sent me some things, including, look at this. Oh, so beautiful. I can put that in my tray or my displays. Also, she found some really cute nail files with the bees on them. Darling. And some note paper with sewing stuff. Okay, I'll show you that too. Yeah. So that's how the bag opens. They are great bags. Thank you, Bobby. Mwah. Thank you to everybody. Oh my goodness, this is just amazing. Now, you have your block. The last block today is our charity block. And I can't wait to see what you do with yours and how you lay it out. Mine might be a little bit busy, but you know, I'm going to go with it. I like it. Oh, then go to my website and enter for a copy of the book. Fast Fun Lap Quilts from Melissa, and hey, cookies. Oh my goodness. And you should just order some because they are amazing. And everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving Day tomorrow here in the United States. It is Thanksgiving Day, and spend the day with your family, your friends, with people you care about. And I will have Friday off, and then Saturday be back with a video, which is also my actual birthday. So I will be visiting with you. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.